Stay. Stay. Okay. Good girl. Speed. Oh, that's so good.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to season 2, episode 2 of the tracking series. If you guys are new around here, my name is Nikki. I am obsessed with fitness and nutrition, and I decided to create the tracking series on my YouTube, which is where I track my progress of tracking my macros, following a strict workout split to become slimmer and thicker, and just maintaining a balanced, healthy, and active lifestyle. I'm also practicing daily healthy habits. Something that I've been really trying to prioritize is waking up at 6 a.m. Tuesday through Friday. I'm trying to make this a realistic goal for me. I am not really a morning person, but lately, I've been waking up at 6 a.m. during the week, and it's been reducing my anxiety significantly because I'm allowing myself to have so much more time during my days. I wake up and the first thing that I do is make my bed. I feel like the best thing you could do is start off the day by accomplishing something. Even as simple as making your bed, it really goes a long way because it translates into the rest of your tasks throughout your day-to-day life. After making my bed, and then after going and brushing my teeth, washing my face, and just doing everything else in like my morning skincare routine, it sets me up to have such a productive day when I'm already off to so many wins. I'm such a huge advocate in celebrating your mini accomplishments because those mini accomplishments are going to compound, and it's essentially going to be like a snowball effect where you're going to start seeing yourself accomplishing all these little things that are then going to translate into the big things in life. With that being said, you guys saw I woke up around 6:15 this morning, and then I hit EOS, which is a gym that's just right by my house, with Logan, and we decided to do an upper body day. I'm also trying to figure out the perfect workout split for myself because I'm training legs 3 days per week. I'm doing boxing 2 days per week. Boxing is like my upper body / cardio routine, but I love having an aesthetic and defined like back and shoulders. So I'm trying to figure out exactly when to implement that upper body day of training back and shoulders into my current workout split. So I think what's gonna make the most sense for me is going to the gym really early in the morning at like 6 a.m. as soon as I wake up, 2 days per week on my leg days. So I'm essentially gonna be doing a double day today. I plan on training back and shoulders like on Tuesdays and Thursdays early in the morning, and then hitting any errands and tasks that I have to do throughout the day before I head to the gym to go hit a leg day with. That way I can maintain the aesthetic of my upper body, but I'm also not fatiguing my muscles to not be able to show up 110% to my boxing session later in the evening. That way I'm training 2 entirely different muscle groups and I'm not taking away from either of those workouts. The beauty of fitness and wellness though is that everything is trial and error, so the fun part is figuring out exactly what your perfect formula is. And then once you crack the code on what brings you the most happiness, how you see the most results in your body, and just what keeps you the most energized throughout your day and just feeling your best self, you get to really lock in with that routine and then build off of that. And then you're gonna watch your dream body follow. You're gonna watch your happiness and your energy levels just shoot through the roof. And then you're gonna realize that having a balanced lifestyle revolving around fitness and wellness is going to make you the most happiest version of yourself, which is the best feeling ever. But now I wanna get into my physique updates. These are my check-ins for week 2, and I do wanna make a note that yes, my weight did increase, but that's the goal right now because we're trying to put on as much muscle mass as we can in my glutes while keeping my body fat percentage down. So the weight on the scale going up doesn't necessarily mean that I'm necessarily gaining weight in a negative light, but if your goal is to build your glutes or to put on more muscle, that is going to weigh something. Adding muscle to your body is going to increase your weight, and that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. So if you find yourself not having the best relationship with the scale, keep in mind that the scale is just a really good guideline to be able to track how your body is responding to the amount of calories that you're consuming, to let you know if you need to increase your calories to then put on more muscle, or if you need to decrease your calories to be able to burn more fat. Everybody's fitness journey is different, and I love that you're able to use numbers for good, especially in the fitness space. I'm decently content with the way that my body looks right now in my progress photos, but there are some things I would love to change on my body. I would love to slim down my waist. I would love to grow my glutes. I'm already completely reshaping them. That's something that I've been working on for the last maybe like 3 months now, but I'm really locked in now. I also am really prioritizing my macros. Yes, I'm tracking my macros, but something that is different than season 1 of the tracking series is in season 1, I was so dialed with my diet. I did not eat out a single meal in almost 5 months. I was perfect with my measurements, and that obviously translated into my body. But I also didn't allow myself to do things with friends and like go out and actually have a balanced lifestyle. Granted, I chose that. I wanted to be locked in with my diet. That's what brought me the most happiness and just where I was at in that phase of my life. But now that I'm like going out with Logan and we're going on these dates and I'm hanging out with more of my friends and I'm going on these family dinners dinners and I'm doing all these things where I'm not able to track my food. I'm trying to create a balanced lifestyle where I'm making healthy choices and I'm able to also eat out, but I'm still fitting the food that I'm eating out at a restaurant into my macros. I want to have a balanced lifestyle. So if you're someone that is looking for a similar approach to that, where you're like, I don't want to give up my life, I want to be able to still do the fun things, but I want to also transform my body, we can do this together. That is also something that I'll be working on later today while I dive back into work and everything. The beauty of coaching you guys is that we are able to do this together. So the most fun part about doing this tracking series is not only that I'm doing this tracking series in real time, so you guys are gonna watch my body transform right before your eyes, but if you're also looking to dive into tracking your macros, having a custom workout split for you that's fitting into your busy work life or just your lifestyle in general, I would love to be your coach. I think this is gonna be such a fun endeavor. I'm launching it very, very, very soon. So if any of you guys are interested in diving into one-on-one coaching with me and having me as your coach, email nikifont.coaching@gmail.com. I'll also link it in the description. I will be opening up spots very, very soon. I'm so close to launching. It's something I've been working on for a very long time. I just want to make sure it's absolutely perfect so I can put 110% of my efforts into you. If you email me before May 1st, I will make sure that you get first dibs on doing one-on-one coaching with me, because you're supporting me on my YouTube channel and you're supporting me in my journey, and I want to be able to support you as well. And I'm just so excited for this endeavor. Sorry I got on a little bit of a tangent. Obviously, I'm just very excited about this. I do have a busy day ahead of me. I just want to maintain a balanced, healthy, and active lifestyle. So that's also what you're going to be seeing in season 2 of the tracking series. How I'm able to transform my physique, but also do it while just enjoying my life, eating out from time to time, traveling because summer's coming up, and just being the happiest version of myself, surrounding myself by all of my loved ones and the people that I just enjoy spending my time with. But I do have a very busy day ahead of me. I'm going to go make some food, and then I'm just going to work on that one-on-one coaching for the rest of the afternoon before I go hit my leg day with Andrew. But other than that, I guess we'll just kind of see where the wind takes us. So let's go make some food.
We would trade anything just to hear what we want, right or wrong. Then we like to be forgiving. We would trade anything just to back the word now. Then we like to be.
So I don't know if I'm gonna have time today, but this morning while I was at the gym, I broke one of my nails completely off, and I usually have acrylics that are usually like 1 inch long. So see how all my fingers are the perfect length right now? Like imagine if one of my fingers was like this short. It would throw off your depth perception, right? So since one of my nails broke, I was trying to peel an orange earlier. I should have got this on film, but I couldn't get my fingers to peel it right because one of my nails was 1 inch shorter than the rest of them. And it drove me crazy to the point where I cut all of them off. So now I have these little nublet of no acrylics. I would like to get them done. I don't think I have time today, but that's something else I had to add to my to-do list. But I will say, what a liberating feeling to be able to make a full fist without having any nails stopping me from doing that. It's a nice feeling.
We would say anything just to hear what we want, right or wrong. Then we like to be forgiven.
Body fat test.
Okay.
Okay. No matter what your weight does, if these measurements come down, you're getting leaner at the surface.
Right.
Okay. So all this is doing is measuring the subcutaneous fat.
So Andrew and I are going to be measuring my body fat percentage,
Yep.
right? And he's using a special tool, so instead of standing on like an in-body, we're literally like grabbing the fat on my knee and measuring it.
Yep. Fun part.
Just by looking at me, what do you think my body fat percentage is?
So if we do it on this, your body fat percentage is going to come down lower than what it actually truly is. Because we're just measuring what the subcutaneous fat is. I'm going to say this will probably come out to about like 18, 19, which probably puts you at like 20 now.
Okay.
All the fun spots.
My estimate was like 22% before, and we wanted to get me down to 18, and I got really low. But that's when I was like really, really lean.
Just stay with your normal activity, nothing special, okay? Almost even let's bring down your cardio,
Okay.
because when we get into a cutting phase, we need to find additional calories. So if you're already doing 45 minutes of cardio,
Yeah.
and then we're trying to find up, then that goes into a double day.
Yeah.
And we don't want a double
Okay.
day. That's
So,
gonna be
and
tough.
I lift like 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 times 15, like 75 minutes
Yeah.
per week. Okay, noted.
We're gonna start very conservative to start off because we want to pump. So we're gonna start at about 1,900 calories. Okay, and work our way up from there. Macros being protein 156, 1 gram per body pound, 177 in carbs, and 63 in fats.
Perfect. All right, we lifting now?
Yep.
All right, we just measured everything, and Andrew's also going to be sending me my new macros, and then I'll create my meal plan from there. But now we're going to get into a fire leg day because it's time to build this shelf and my booty.
You, but I really don't want to. Believe me, I could love without you, but I really don't need to. 'Cause leaving is the hardest thing to do. But being left is harder, yes it's true. But you're coming back. How do I get back to you? How can I get back to you?
Oh my goodness. Just finished that leg day. I'm very tired. I texted Andrew last night and I was like, look, Andrew, I need a dumpy. I want to have the biggest glutes I've ever had in my life. So I would like to be challenged today. So I was like, please push me really hard, whether we do compound movements or just lift really heavy or push myself to failure / fatigue. I need that type of training in my life again. He said, say no more. So now we're officially diving into tracking my body fat percentage, tracking my macros, and really building my glutes. So the goal is to drop my overall body fat, but build that lean muscle mass. So essentially becoming slim thick. I have a really good foundation already, but I know I could be slimmer and thicker. So that is my goal going into the summertime. So that's why I'm very excited to dive back into this tracking series essentially, and to be working with Andrew because I get to see him 2 out of 3 of my leg days per week. So it's nice for someone to hold me accountable. That way I can pour back into you guys even more, because when I get to train with Andrew, I kind of get to shut my brain off and just follow the lead with him. And then when I do my boxing days, I get to shut off my brain and then just let Yogi take the lead and tell me what to do with my lifts. And that way I can prioritize showing it for you guys from a coaching standpoint, or pour back into my business and give my mental power there, because I just spread myself so thin when I'm doing absolutely everything on my own. It's nice to have a team now, and it's nice to have other people pushing me far beyond my limits, because you can only push yourself so far on the days you are just really, really tired and it's hard to show up. So I am a huge advocate for having someone hold you accountable and push you to reach your goals. That being said, I'm very tired and I have a lot of work to get done the rest of the day. So I'm going to eat this food that I just bought at the gym, because your girl can't sit in the car for 40 minutes and not have any food in her body. So the gym that I go to and train at with Andrew, they have all this meal prep stuff, which is great because it's really easy for me to track my macros with it, because I can just manually see it. But I have some chicken fajitas and white rice, and this just looks absolutely divine. So I'm gonna eat this, go home, and then continue working for the day. Good evening. So the rest of my day is going to be super busy with work. I'm basically just going to be sitting here editing on the couch until I go to sleep tonight. So I got this from Kava, and it is arugula, white rice, steak, corn, cucumber, tomato, and pickles. So that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in episode 3 of the tracking series, season 2. I love you and I hope you have a beautiful day.